Welcome back, everybody, to the Pokemon TPP version playthrough. This is part 5, and we're finally going to be getting out of Mount Moon after having been here for, well, now it's going to be 3 videos, so... Yeah, you know, this is part of the reason why I don't like caves in video games, you know? I seem to have a problem with a number of things in video games, and yeah, caves is definitely one of them. Because of, well, at least in the Pokemon series, because, you know, they take forever, and then, you know, every other step you're running into a wild Pokemon, and... Anyway, so, we're gonna be fighting this random rocket, who now burned Shelly. That's unacceptable. And, this guy has a bunch of fire types, and of course, all of them are Pokemon that we haven't seen so far in this playthrough. First up was Vulpix, now we've got Ponyta, and third up we're going to have another Pokemon that only has one evolution. That's right, it's Growlithe! Everybody's favorite. Because everybody loves doggies, you know? Doggies are cool. Although, I really feel like a lot of people really do like Arcanine. You know, he's up there, you know, with one of the, you know, with like the popular Pokemon. Just like, Arcanine's really cool. Especially in Generation 1, you know, because there wasn't really too much to select from, so, you know, you had to go with what you were given. Anyway, so Shelly got burned, and so we got a fancy burn effect here. And, yeah, so now we're gonna get this item. It's an HP up. Alright, oh god. Alright, so a little bit of super speeding here, because it took me a little while to do what I was gonna do next. Turns out that TM had Mega Punch in it, didn't want to use that. Decided to use my HP up on Shelly. And as I'm super speeding this, I'm going through the, possibly the most longest streak of luck I've ever had in a cave in Pokemon. Not a single wild battle until now. All the way at the very end. Unbelievable. And I think that was the same exact tile where I battled that random Zubat. But yes, we're finally out of here, and we're now on Route 4! We're moving up in the world. Anyway, so, yeah, this route, I don't know, I was 100% certain that there was some hidden stuff here. I really should have looked it up, but, yeah, there's gonna be some time skippery here, because, I spent quite a bit of time actually just wandering around and just, like, looking for stuff, when I think in actuality there's only one item, and there it is. That's TM04, which turns out to be fairly useless, as I think, yeah, there's another time skip here, and I think... Now that I'm satisfied that I scoured every possible inch of this place, gonna look and see at what it is, and it's Whirlwind. Great. Nope. Absolutely not. Completely useless. I don't think I've ever used Whirlwind, ever. Alright, so now we're here in Cerulean City, and you know what, now that I think about it, I forgot to look at the sign. The sign is right there. Dang it. Alright, so right off the bat, after we get to Cerulean City, I'm going to be heading north, and what do you know, just before we step onto this bridge here, look who it is. Yeah, looks like we're about to have our third battle with Slick, and he's apparently caught a bunch of strong and smart Pokemon. Let me see what you've caught. Well, he's in for a surprise. Alright, so I think, yeah, I didn't really need to do any grinding here. I just figured, I might as well go for it. Right off the bat, he's got a new Pokemon. That's Pidgeotto. And updated on the bottom right. And also, I wanted to mention how he also has 4 Pokemon in his party at this point in the game. See? That's a good number to have. So, you know, he's got 4, I've got 4. Everything works itself out. Alright, so we're going to be doing some water guns with Shelly. Yeah, look at this. This Pidgeotto is using Whirlwind, and it's just failing miserably. Don't know why that did such little damage. 3 Whirlwinds in a row, all missed. Now you see why I don't want it. And a level up for Shelly. That's always good. Much better than a Whirlwind, and it seems that his Spearow has evolved into a Fearow. Yeah, that thing. Big bird. So we're gonna have Mouser out here. Try to show this Fearow who's the boss. Take it down, clip its wings with some Thunder Shocks. That was not smart. Why would you... whatever. Yeah, like I said before, I think the actual Pokemon themselves are more difficult, but the AI is completely the same. And by that, I mean completely dumb as usual. because it does dumb things like Mirror Move Thunder Shock onto a Pikachu, and then Growl onto a Pikachu who's just spamming Thunder Shock the entire time. I think Mouser's got this one handled. Yes, he does. Taking out that level 26 Furo with ease. That's Mouser, getting the job done. Unfortunately, and no level up. What's happening? Another new Pokemon he's got, and that's just completely new. It's a Parasect. Parasect looks extra freaky in this generation. Although, you know, Parasect always looks really, really weird and scary and freaky and all that stuff. But, yeah, I don't know, in this generation it just looks plain sinister. Anyway, so, I guess, you know, you can kind of call this like a rematch for, you know, Velocitus, because he kept battling all those Paras, I guess. Anyway, seems his Eevee also evolved. Now we've got Jolteon issues. Alright, let's see what Acid Reflux can do about this Jolteon. Gonna go ahead and go with the old tried and true, well, I guess now it is, the Poison Wrap combo. So we're gonna be just doing continuous tick damage on this Jolteon, and probably driving him crazy. Because I know I would be. This seems like a particularly annoying combo to have to deal with. And like I said, I don't know if this is an actual combo in, like, competitive for Gen 1. But if it is, it seems like it would be super annoying. I know I don't want to be on the wrong end of this, because if I was, I would probably just close the game. But anyway. Alright, I think we're going to be doing a decent amount of damage here, but these Thunder Shocks... Oh, wow. Those do like nothing. Okay, perfect. Alright, this is going really well. Just gotta slowly chip away at this Jolteon's health. We should be good, thanks to the resistance to electricity. Electric type moves, sorry. I always call it electricity, but, whatever. Oh no. Well, that's not good. Now Acid Reflux is fully paralyzed. And of course it had to be a critical hit. That is not okay. Well, as you can see, I was sitting there for a few seconds after that critical hit. I was just like, oh my god. All that time spent chipping away at this Jolteon's health. And I think, oh my god, that was so close! Mouser hanging on by a sliver! And luckily, the poison ticks take out that Jolteon. Mouser gets all of the XP, he hangs in there, and wins it for the team. I think that has earned him his Mouser sunglasses. Yes, we'll treat that like an evolution, basically, but I think Mouser definitely did a good job there. I mean, yeah, okay, Acid Reflux did most of the damage, but Pikachu, Mouser, he held on, and he won it for the team. Also, yeah, I've been meaning to use that sprite with the glasses, which, by the way, those are not the deal with it sunglasses, you know, the old internet meme. Those are the actual sunglasses for Mouser, you know, the Super Mario Bros. 2 Mouser. Anyway, going behind this house because I remembered that there is a rare candy here. I think that's a pretty commonly known hidden item, but yeah, I always pick that up whenever I get to Cerulean City. Didn't do it right off the bat, but you know, better late than never. Anyway, and then I was considering using one of them. I was like, but then I was just like, nah, forget it. I figured I might as well just go ahead and use them once the leveling becomes like really, really tedious. Then I'll use the rare candies. But anyway, alright, so we're gonna heal up. We're gonna do some grinding before we head on over to the Nugget Bridge. Velocitus gets a level up, and that's being pointed out because he got a new move! Finally, it's about time. Alright, so there's the fruits of my labor in terms of grinding. Once again, Mouser is up there at the top. It's cool new sunglasses. I really like the way that it looks on the sprite, too. I think it fits pretty well. Anyway, so now we're heading on over to the Nugget Bridge, and this guy's going to explain. If you beat all 5 trainers, you'll win a fabulous prize. I wonder what the prize could be on the Nugget, hint, hint, Bridge. Anyway, first guy up, he's got some bugs, for once. Bug catcher with actual bugs. But anyway, there's a couple things I wanted to go over really quickly while we're doing these battles. So yeah, I already got some people that said which teams that they wanted to be oriented on. That was pretty cool. And I also got some cool slogans. For example, the first one that I see here is from Magnamix, aka Kite, who hangs out in the IRC quite a lot. He says, I'm on Team Acid Reflux because he makes my heart burn. Teehee. Dragonite Spam came up with a slogan for Team Velocitus. Who needs wings to learn fly? And then he says, maybe I'll come up with something less terrible when your team is more complete. Jake Says Nee came up with, for Team Shelly, can she be beat? Shell no. So I guess now canonically, Shelly is now a female. You know, that wasn't actually in this game unless we're talking about Nidoran. But yeah, okay, I guess that can work too. You know, hey, Shelly is a girl's name, so why not? So he took out that bug catcher. His Butterfree and Beedrill were super sped because, of course, we already battled those before, and they weren't really much of a deal to deal with. Yes, I English good. Anyway, so yeah, we got Mouser out first because I'm putting quite a lot of faith in Mouser. Already battled a Pidgeotto, of course, just earlier on in this particular video. Also, Acid Reflux, another slogan by Crownified, says, we're gonna beat your ass, id. Cute. I'm gonna skip over True Pixartron fan slogan. That was particularly a bad one. Sorry, I had to be honest. That was not a very good one. I didn't think it was very appropriate either. Auk1993 says, Raichu is my favorite Pokemon from Generation 1, but I'm on Team Acid Reflux for this one. Which reminds me, I have literally seen 0 people say that they're on Team Mouser, which that's disappointing. Look at his cool sunglasses. Anyway, taking out that last, and no trip back to the Poké Center this time. I just figured, I might as well just run with this one and go on to number 3 of the 5 on the Nugget Bridge. This is a youngster. And furthermore, we've got Jacob Mask, who says, Team Acid Reflux, the best rapper in Kanto. Get it? Rapper. Oh my goodness. Once again, Mouser barely hanging on. We're going to switch out to Shelly. Of course, you know, some people may see this as Mouser not being able to do much. You know, maybe he doesn't do that much damage, whatever. I see it as Mouser being a help to the team overall. You know, everybody here is a whole team. You know, there is no one particular Pokemon that's the front runner. You know, not even Shelly. Everybody's working together to, you know, to make it to the end. You're gonna make it to Victory Road. Let's see. Probe and Co says, I'm on Team Shelly. Idea for a slogan, who the shell else? Cute. As we deal with our first Arbok of the playthrough. Charbok! I remember that. A little too much, because Jessie used Arbok literally all the time. Did she ever get any other Pokemon? I feel like James and Jessie got like a second Pokemon. There was Victory Bell for James, but I can't remember what it was for Jessie. She had Arbok, and well, she didn't get Wobbuffet until Generation 2. I cannot remember who, like, Jessie's second Pokemon was. Oh well. First Golbat of the playthrough. Man, Golbat's sprite is particularly freaky in this generation as well, but to me, not as freaky as Eradicate. So you may be thinking, playing with Mui, you're an absolute madman! Why did you send Mouser out? He only has 4 HP. Well, you know what? I put a lot of stock in Mouser. I put all of my faith into him, and I was certain that he would pull through, get the job done, because this Golbat only likes to spam Screech, and of course he does it with 4 HP. Easy mode. Easy for Mouser. See, Mouser's definitely putting in the work, you know? He's saying, join Team Mouser, you know? This is the time. This is it. Part 5. This is it. This is like the renaissance for Team Mouser. Anyway, Mouser possibly able to learn Swift. I decided against it. That turned out to be a pretty bad idea, especially for this upcoming battle right now. And you'll see why. So the first Pokemon that we're going to be dealing with of the 2 from this last The entire battle is just gonna be super sped because it took forever. This Clefable, unfortunately, knows Minimize. And it liked to do it a lot. So I do Minimize, Sing, and Metronome. Why? Why? So I figured Acid Reflux was maybe a good choice here. You know, thinking about it in hindsight, I probably should have just brought out Shelly just to do the big damages. It just took way too long for this. Aaronic 97 says, Team Velocitus, no need to flex, double pecs. That's the ability, isn't it? From one of the later generations. So, you know, unfortunately there's no abilities in this generation. Oh my goodness, that attack did a lot of damage. What was that? Let me go back and look. Oh, right, it was Psychic. Right. Oh god, Rock Slide! Oh, alright. Once again, Mouser picking it up. There you go. I managed to spam just enough to get Mouser that KO on that Clefable. And now, of course, now we gotta deal with Wigglytuff. Wigglytuff looks freaky in this generation as well. Unfortunately, the Thunder Shocks, though, not doing too much damage, so we're gonna switch out, this time to Velocitus, because, you know, kind of wanted to try to get everybody closer to Shelly's level. But yeah, of course, Wigglytuff and Clefable super tanky in all generations, particularly this one. But, you know, I don't remember any trainers, like, originally in Red and Blue that actually have a Clefable or Wigglytuff. I'm pretty sure there are one or two. I can't remember ever seeing this sprite in front of me. It's just this escapes me, this Wigglytuff sprite. Lucky crit for Velocitus on that Fury attack, and we beat her. Yay! I lost too. Yeah, what a surprise. Alright. So yeah, the team thing, the slogan thing's going really well. And we're moving on to number 5, the final, quote-unquote, one in the Nugget Bridge. This is a junior trainer male. Good lord. First time dealing with a junior trainer, as well as a Primate. Primate. Oh no, I just remembered Ash's Primate. Why? Ash always got rid of his really good Pokemon. I don't understand it. He's just like, every time he got like a really super strong Pokemon, he's just like, oh, time to give it away. I don't want to be too good at this thing or anything. Anyway, so we're gonna go for a little, oh, that was a lot of damage. Little bit of a gamble, having Mouser up against this Primate. But in the meantime, so, the same guy that I mentioned earlier on, Magnamix, aka Kite from the IRC, he also mentioned to me that he thought that the Rivals Eevee was going to evolve into Flareon, as a reference to the Twitch Plays Pokemon stream, where Flareon was considered the false prophet of, I believe it was the original Twitch Plays Pokemon when they played Red? I think it was Red, yeah, Red version. And, yeah, they had a oh my, that critical. And they had a Flareon, which was considered the false prophet. And I looked that up, because I wasn't really familiar with it, so I'm just gonna read this. So, in the lore interpretations, Flareon was considered the false prophet and allied with the Dome Fossil because of its involvement in the release of 2 of Red's Pokemon, Abby and Jay Leno, which were the first Pokemon to be released in the TPP series. Later, however, some began to consider Flareon as an innocent being, and thus deemed it the martyr. Interesting. Anyway, so now this guy gives us our prize, which is the Nugget, then practically forces us to join Team Rocket. I mean, hey, you know, if they want me to join, why not? You know, it's something different. Wouldn't it be so amazing if they actually did that, though, in one of the generations where they kind of went with, you know, maybe, like, I don't want to say like a mature theme, because, you know, I don't want it to think like a, you know, adults only thing. I'm trying to think of, you know, something for the more grown-up kids, you know, like teenagers and stuff. You know, where, hey, here's this trainer who starts his journey off like everybody else, but then, you know, something happens, you know, he just kind of falls into the wrong crowd, and he ends up joining Team Rocket, you know, and you have to kind of deal with that, the pressures of being, you know, like a new trainer, and you're in Team Rocket, and you realize little by little that, you know, oh man, you know, this is actually a group of really bad guys, I have to get out of this. You know, that would be an interesting plot point, I think. But anyway, dealing easily with that rocket with his Cubone and Shelter. And that's going to be it for this part of the Pokemon TPP version playthrough. Join me in part 6, where we will be moving on through more of Route 25. See you all next time.